We are live at Pleasant Grove Hawk Gymnasium where the Pleasant Grove Hawks are taking on the Leopards of Liberty Eylau. Both teams are 2-1 in district. Pleasant Grove coached by Coach McCowan. Coach Davis for the Leopards. I'm joined by Councilman Jay Davis.
Not yet. We got a little swearing in on the 7th, but I appreciate that.
Close enough.
Glad to be here.
We just watched a really great ladies basketball game. You expect the same thing here in this game?
I do, and there's going to be a lot more people watching it. This stadium is getting, you got some standing room. We got a few seats open, but we got a lot of people that are choosing to stand up. But I imagine this crowd's going to be rather loud tonight.
Tell us a little bit why we have so many kids on the court tonight.
Well, one of the things that Coach Gibson has done is he wants our younger youth association to start getting into that Hawk culture. And for the girls' game, you know, we had all the girls from the Pleasant Grove Youth Association that are playing in basketball, and I believe it's from 2nd grade to 6th grade. But they're able to run out with the players and just get them involved in the game atmosphere. But right now, you've got, you know, probably 35 to 40 kids just watching young men that they're looking up to, and going to be able to watch a great basketball game tonight. But it's just something that it's a pretty cool thing that Josh allows that to happen. But it definitely allows that heart and soul to start developing at a young age.
So you're the Pleasant Grove insider. Tell us a little bit about some of these players that Pleasant Grove have on the court tonight.
Well, you know, we talked off there a little bit earlier, but there's going to be a couple of lineups that we have tonight where the shortest Pleasant Grove Hawks is going to be 6'4". And I don't know if that's ever happened before. But, I mean, you know, you've got the two Jackson brothers coming in at 6'7", 6'6". Leighton and Landon. You know, Landon's sports football and Leighton's is definitely basketball. So it's going to be fun watching those two on the court. And I hope we get to see a lot of them on the court together tonight. The one person that I've been most excited to see tonight is Torrey Phillips. You know, he transferred in from out of state. And what he said during the summer tryouts was basketball's his sport. And as good as he was in football this year, for him to say basketball is even a little bit better for him, I'm excited to see what he can do with the ball. During pregame, you know, you had, you know, about 6 or 7 of them that could easily go up there and, you know, make their dunks. So I have a feeling we'll have some loud crowd tonight. And then you know, it's always fun. You know, we talked about, you know, looking at Dylan Hawkins. It's fun watching him on the court, and Sergio Rodriguez. So it's just going to be an entertaining game tonight.
I hadn't seen Liberty Eylau play but maybe once down in Atlanta, and they have some great players on their team as well. And we don't want to not mention those guys. You've got Kentrell Atkins, a sharpshooter from the outside, a good all-around player. For the Leopards, you also have Javon Hunter, who can score when he wants to score, as well as a number of other players. We're about a minute away from tip-off. We're going to let you guys watch live just for a few minutes for the announcement of the lineups, and pause while we honor America as well. Before we get started, we should have a few viewers in right now. We're going to go ahead and give a shout out to some of our sponsors.
We got some sponsors: Beauty Bar, Texas Farm Bureau, Cal Williams, Papa Murphy's. Excited to have them on board.
And we've also got State Bank, Texarkana Emergency Center, Retreat Healthcare Services, Lunyop, Tony Langford Roofing. And here's a look at your starting lineups. This place is packed. Raheem Harris. Kentrell Atkins had a great game against Atlanta. Keelan Hampton. DeAndre Wafer. Javon Hunter. Burris. Dylan Hopkins. Brett Carmody. Got a stand full of those crazy Hawks over there. Student section ready to get wild.
They are a little loud over there.
Leighton Jackson.
Of course, what's so great is you see a lot of the baseball players that just got done with baseball practice that came over here to support their basketball team.
Devondrick Henry. I think both teams are 2-1 in district, so this is another pivotal game in the race for district championship.
It is. I believe Paris does not have a loss yet, but it could be that Liberty Eylau and Pleasant Grove both give them a loss a little bit later.
1 second while we honor America. And as I always say, the single greatest moment in any sporting event, the singing of the national
anthem.
Moments away from tip-off. Mark Barris and Hunter. Burris wins the tip. Henry, top of the key. Over to Dylan Hopkins. Over to Brett Carmody. Down to Mark Burris. Back out to Henry. Early foul call. Rebound by Mark Burris.
Gave that foul to Water.
To the free throw line, shooting.
The Hawks are on the board.
Nice touch by Burris, a big guy. Missed by Burris. Down court, down to the corner to Akins, over to Hampton. Hampton back to Atkins. Cross court to Hampton. Hampton into the lane. To Hunter. Nice shot off the glass by Wafer. Press defense by the Leopards. Down court to Burris. Burris to the goal. Nice strong finish
Very
by
strong.
Burris. Harris bringing the ball up court. Back up top. Atkins in the lane. Misses, gets his rebound out to Hampton. Hampton for 3, misses. Rebound. Out of bounds on Jackson. Hampton inbound, stolen by Hopkins. Hopkins to Henry, Henry into the lane.
Nice finish.
One of the best to do it. Wafer to Hunter, back to Wafer, over to Hampton. Hampton just short, tip basket. Rebound again by Henry, crossover, down court. High dribble, no call, foul called on number 2, Kentrell Atkins.
Good to see you, man. Jay, how you doing, dude?
Doing well.
Congratulations.
Hey, thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Hawks leading 5-2 after with 6 minutes remaining in the first.
Henry with the turnover, Wafer with the steal, taking that leap. Oh! High riser! Wafer dunks on Jackson. What an impressive dunk.
That was very impressive.
This crowd is hype. Down to Burris. Burris with the little payback. Just misses. Harris down court to Hampton. Hampton back out to Harris. Harris baseline. Out top to Hampton. Hampton with the 3. Air ball. And he's hearing it from the Pleasant Grove crazies over there.
Yes, he is. And I think that's the 3rd one he's missed.
What a dunk.
I think you've got some crazies on the Liberty Eylau side that don't necessarily like that shot either.
I'm going to call that number 1 top 5 play for next week right there.
It could make it.
Dylan Hopkins with the turnover. Over to Damian Henderson. Off the glass for Henderson. Dylan Hopkins trapped by the Leopards. Out of bounds by Atkins.
And all of a sudden, Liberty Eylau leads by 1, 6-5, 4:59 first.
I can tell this is going to be an exciting game tonight. With some boos in the crowds. Carmody doesn't fade Carmody. He steps in there and hits the jumper from the free throw line. Harris to Henderson. To Hunter, Wafer in the lane, blocked by Burris.
Marcus Burris got him on that one.
And Burris lets him hear it.
All right, first action with Torrey Phillips and Landon.
Burris lets him know there'll be no dunking when I'm down low.
Right. A few weeks ago, Landon broke his nose, so he's playing with a mask tonight.
3-pointer by Henderson. Money ball. Down court to Carmody. Can he answer? Money ball right back at him.
Both he and Henderson both have 5 points.
Into the lane. Wafer. Foul called on Jackson. The crowd on Pleasant Grove side does not like the call, nor does Landon Jackson.
Yeah, he wasn't going to let him dunk on him.
Nice touch on the free throw. DeAndre Wafer.
I may wish I had an earpiece on right now. It's getting loud in here.
It's definitely loud. Good on both shots from the line. Inbound, Sam Bradshaw. Cross court to Carmody, back over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw down to Jackson. Jackson lays it in.
Nice touch.
Down in the corner to Henderson. Henderson to Wafer, back out to Henderson. Henderson with the three. Money ball again, Damian Henderson. 2 for 2 from three-point range.
That gives Henderson 8 points already.
Torrey Phillip cross court. A little bit high for Carmody. Carmody still pulls it. Just a little bit short. Chases his own rebound. Kick ball. Liberty Eylau basketball.
Got a fresh leopard coming in.
Number 24, Sean, is it Witter? Wider?
Witter.
Maybe Witter. Landon Jackson affects that jumper. Torrey Phillips bringing the ball up court. Down low to Landon Jackson. Just misses, tip back by Phillips. Rims out. Rebound by Witter.
Find yourself in need of emergency care, come see us at Texarkana Emergency Center. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are locally owned with board-certified physicians for all your emergencies. We accept all private insurance. At Texarkana Emergency Center, we have on-site lab, pharmacy, x-ray, ultrasound, and CT. Come see us at Texarkana Emergency Center. Real ER without the wait. The next generation of emergency care.
Double dribble. Into the game comes Sergio Rodriguez.
I'm going to give Tavondrick a little rest. Pleasant Grove calls a timeout.
Coach McCown with a timeout. So for the people just now tuning in, tell us about what's going on here at Pleasant Grove this weekend.
Well, this weekend we've got the state celebration champion that they're calling the state fair, and would love for the community to come out.
Where's this at and what time is it?
It's going to be at the football stadium, and it's going to be from 3 to 5. And there's going to be all sorts of extracurricular activities for everybody to do. But more importantly, we're going to be here to celebrate the championship win. You're going to have the coaches there, the players there, cheerleaders, showstoppers, Pride in Motion band. You're going to be able to get some state championship gear that you can get signed.
So it's really something that anybody in the community that supports local football can come out and celebrate.
Absolutely. And the players are going to be giving autographs. They're going to have bounce houses for the kids, face painting, yard games, and food trucks. And just looking for a great time just to fellowship together. One last time to celebrate that championship.
Foul on Sam Bradshaw.
On the floor. But excited about that state fair going on this Saturday.
This place is packed, wall to wall. Harris over to Hampton. Hampton to Atkins. Atkins to Harris. Hampton back out to Harris. Cross court to Wafer. A little too high. Atkins with the save. Down to the corner to Hampton. Good pass down low to Wafer, but stolen by Jackson. Jackson turns it over. Blocked by Jackson. Oh!
Nice block by Landon.
Good attempt by Matt Angier.
And I haven't seen any results, but the Lady Hawks soccer team played tonight, and this past week you had Miss Tuttleby score her 50th goal, and she now moves into second place in the goals scored for the Pleasant Grove Lady Hawks soccer team.
That's impressive.
And Georgia Cobb actually had a hat trick, and so she had 3 goals this past week.
Harris fouled on the three-pointer. He's going to take 3 shots here in a moment.
You got the boys soccer team playing Carthage tonight. They're 2-1 in non-district play. The only loss that they have this year is against Texas High, and it was only by 1 point. But this past Tuesday, they had a shutout against Spring Hill, 1-0. And if you're a fan of sports, you've got a lot to go to here. Pleasant Grove's got a tennis match tomorrow against Van from 10 to 2 here at the high school. And Lady Leopard softball starts February 1st. Against scrimmage against Linden Kildare, and baseball is going to start too February 8th, scrimmage against Pine Tree. And one thing that I'm really looking forward to is the annual relay or the annual relays that Liberty Eylau has. Paul
always a great relay track.
They bring in some great schools, and that should be a good thing to look at.
So you are newly elected city council here in Texarkana. I need some help, buddy.
Well, you know, I'm always available.
First official act of business, I need you to help me get that statue over there at Grimm Stadium.
Probably need to talk to Superintendent Paul Norton to make that happen.
He's already on board.
Oh, really?
He's definitely on board.
Really?
He said as long as I keep it under 300 feet, we're good.
Gotcha.
Tavondrick Henry. Out of bounds.
Got the Leopards leading 15-12. 1:32 remaining. First period.
Shepard at point. Kicks it over to Atkins. Misses rebound by Landon Jackson.
Well, Landon is playing very physical tonight.
It's hard to decipher if he's on the football field or on the basketball court. Sergio into the game. Torrey Phillips. Cross court to Sergio. Dunk by Henry.
Wow.
Off a steal by Sergio. Hampton down in the corner. A little bit too long for Kentrell Atkins. Nearly stolen by Hampton.
Got Dylan Hopkins coming back in. Not that I didn't really expect it, but Landon's physical play is definitely making a difference down low for the Hawks.
Back out to Henry. Cross court to Atkins. Into the lane to Wafer. Head fake. Blocked by Jackson. Dylan Hopkins. Stolen by Atkins. Landon is completely affecting everything in the paint. Kicks it out to Sergio, to Dylan Hopkins. Misstep by Hopkins. Misses. Back the other way by Hampton. And that's the end of the first.
15-14. Liberty Eylau leading by 1. Both fan bases are definitely involved in this one. Yeah. Brent Carmody's already got 5 points, but Henderson's already got 8. Waters got 6. We could have 100 points scored between the two of these teams.
They both started out a little bit slow, but I think they'll get things going. Good defense on both ends of the court. You've got Landon controlling pretty much everything in the lane. If they're not getting it up high, they're not getting the shot.
Right. Well, we mentioned that Pleasant Grove is 2-1, and their only loss was to Paris, and they lost 81-58. And tonight's the first time that Pleasant Grove and Liberty Eylau have matched up, so they will face each other one more time.
Pleasant Grove already back on the court. Liberty Eylau still in the huddle, 14-15. Liberty Eylau with the 1-point lead. I'm going to take a second again just to give a shout out to our sponsors, because without our sponsors, none of this is possible. You got State Bank, Texarkana Emergency Center, Cal Williams, Beauty Bar, Texarkana Funeral Home, Express Personnel, Lunyop, Tony Langford Roofing, and Retreat Healthcare Services, if I didn't say that.
And Beauty Bar.
And Beauty Bar. And also Winston Water Cooler.
Absolutely.
We don't want to leave those guys out.
And definitely want to thank those that are watching. We've got our stream above 110 people right now, so it's exciting that we're able to provide this to those that can't make it to the game.
People are definitely wanting to tune in knowing that Morgan's not here, so that's always a good thing. Jumper by Harris from the corner, just misses. Up top to Atkins, he kicks it over to the corner to Hampton. Hampton down to Wafer, down to Hunter. Hunter was stripped by Burris, out of bounds. Inbound pass to Wafer. Down to Hunter, into the corner to Hampton. Hampton shot blocked by Burris at the three-point line. To Carmody, down to Henry. Henry to Hopkins. Blocked. 2 blocks, back to back. One by Atkins, one by Wafer. First one on Hopkins, the second one was on Jackson. But a foul was called, and the crowd definitely disagrees with that. Jackson at the free throw line, shooting 2. Misses on the first.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting the craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
That's just the ones I know about.
I heard Nick Martin also got some good news.
He got his first offer from the SEC this week.
Congrats to Nick Martin.
And I think we discussed this in the girls game, but seen some things out there on social media where wouldn't it be nice to see Burris Landon and Nick Martin playing in the same college uniform, preferably burnt orange. But that would be that'd be a fun thing to see. If that happened, that college would have some East Texas fans in a heartbeat.
A foul was called on Burris down low. He thought he had a good block, disagreed with the call. Sending Hunter to the line, shooting 2. Missed on the first.
Torrey Phillips back in the game.
Misses on the second. Rebounded by Hampton. Nearly travels. Up top to Atkins, to Hampton. Hampton drives baseline. Kicks across court to Harris. Harris to Hunter. Free throw line. Misses the shot. Rebounded by Phillips. Phillips over to Henry. Henry splits the defenders. Kicks it to Carmody in the corner. Just misses. Strong rebound down low by Burris. Blocked by Hunter, but a foul was called. Burris back to the free throw line, shooting 2. Crabtree. Ball down.
I think they gave that foul to Harris. Really haven't seen much success from the charity line tonight.
They're not taking that free money. Rebound by Henry after 2 misses by Burris. Henry into the lane, and there's you. Right there you see his ability to finish at the basket.
And he just makes it look so effortlessly. Just glides through the air.
Strong move by Hampton, but you're definitely not going to get a shot up down there in those redwood trees.
Not with Burris and Torrey. Burris was able to get that one.
Hampton looking to inbound to Hunter. Back to the corner to Hampton. Hampton misses a 3. Rebound.
I think Pleasant Grove may let him take that shot all night long.
Harris, step back 3. Oh, in and out. Rebound by Whiter.
Nice putback. Got a timeout call, Pleasant Grove. Liberty Eylau maintains that 1-point lead that we had at the last break, 17-16. 5:37 remains in the second period.
They're holding on to that 1-point lead.
Would remind those parents out there that if they can, sign up to help work some of the concession stands for basketball, soccer, baseball, and softball. You can go to pghawks.com and look for the link on the right side of the page to be able to do that.
Second time out of the timeout. Liberty Eylau took a little bit longer.
Got Dylan Hopkins back out there.
Inbound by Carmody to Henry. Henry to Hopkins. Cross court to Carmody. To Hopkins, back to Carmody. Down low to Burris. Burris blocked by Hunter. Hunter with the block on Henry, and a foul was called.
It looks like they're giving that to Hunter.
Henry to the free throw line. There you go.
Got a little friendly roll there.
Good on the first attempt.
And I don't think we've mentioned it yet, but the Pleasant Grove Showstoppers will be performing during halftime.
Good on the second attempt. Those missed free throws could come into play late in this ball game. Harris with a nice move on Henry. Tries to go down low. Stolen by Phillips. Phillips to Carmody. Carmody over to Vondrick Henry. Henry block, gets his rebound up top to Phillips. Phillips with the walk. The travel. Harris getting a breather. Damian Henderson back into the ball game. Along with number 30, Michael Riley.
Pleasant Grove has retaken the lead by 1 point. 17-18.
Shepard with the jump shot and the foul. Shooting 2. Foul on number 10, Brett Carmody.
That's his first one tonight.
You get 5, you may as well use them. Or is it 6 in high school? I'm not sure. I know I used it quite a few when I played.
You can't take them with you.
Misses on the first shot, Shepard.
Got some fresh Hawks coming in. Sergio and Brock coming in.
Makes the second shot. Henry bringing the ball up court over to Sergio Rodriguez. Henry back to Rodriguez. Cross court to Sam Bradshaw. Back up top to Henry, makes the offensive call. Screen by Jackson. Pick and roll action. Free throw line to Phillips. Phillips fouled. I think he put a little bit extra on that foul right there to get that call.
A little bit. It's on the floor, but I guess we are in the bonus, so he'll be shooting 1 and 1.
I guess it's not extra if he got that call. 1 and 1. Makes the first. Hunter back in the game to replace Riley. Phillips to the basket.
I believe that is Hunter's second foul.
Phillips at the line shooting 2 again. Misses on the first. Makes the second. 21-20, Pleasant Grove. Damian Henderson cross court. Oh, slips. And a foul was called.
I'm not exactly sure what he saw. Maybe something happened lower body, but I did not see that from here.
It happened kind of quickly, so he may have thought it was a foul, but I think it was something slick on the floor.
Coach McCowan's trying to laugh that one off.
Henderson misses the first. These free throws are definitely going to come to play in the second half.
Well, and just fouls themselves may. You get some of these big guys sitting the last few minutes because they fouled out. That could be a big difference as well.
Misses both, rebounded by Jackson. Torrey Phillips has some nice handles for a big guy. Turns the ball over. Damian Henderson to the basket. Foul called. Shooting 2.
Gave that foul to Sergio.
Makes the first. 3:17 remaining in the second. 21 all. 22-21 Liberty Eylau.
And I believe that puts him in double digits for the night.
Cross court to Jackson. Reset in the post by Jackson. Misses. Jump ball. Possession arrow. Pleasant Grove. Inbound by Rodriguez to Phillips. Back to the corner to Rodriguez. Dishes to Jackson right at the rim. Misses. Back up top to Atkins. Atkins misses. Tipped out of bounds. Liberty Eylau basketball.
Going to see Bradshaw and Burris come back in
to give Jackson and Rodriguez a spell.
Liberty Eylau leads by 1 with 2:47 left in the second period.
Inbound by Hampton. Atkins over to Hampton. Foul called on the floor. I think that foul was given to Burris.
Yeah, that's his first one tonight. Layton's back in the game.
Good on the first shot by Hunter from the charity stripe. Good on the second. Bradshaw into the lane, dishes. Gets his own pass. Harris cross court. Keeps his dribble alive back up top to Hampton. Hampton to Henderson. Henderson step back jumper. They never called that step back on James Harden, but they called it on Damian Henderson right there.
It looked good, though. They're not going to let Liberty Eylau play with 6 players for some reason. I think that would be unfair, though. They are up by 3 already, you know?
Carmody to Jackson, back to Carmody. He pulls it. Deep 3, air ball. Oh! Almost a nice save by Bradshaw.
Got 1:58 left. Liberty Eylau leads 24-21. Second period.
Harris to Hampton. Hampton back to Harris. Nearly stolen by Henry. Harris back to the top of the key. Right side down in the corner to Lewis. Travel called on Lewis. Atkins checking back in the game. No call. 2 points for Phillips.
That takes him to 5 points. Cuts into that lead. Liberty Eylau up by 1, 24-23.
1:12 remaining before half. Atkins back up top to Harris. Over to Hampton on the left side. To Hunter. Back up to Hampton. 3-pointer by Harris. Swish. Nothing but net on the 3.
Those are his first points tonight.
Cross court to Phillips. Nearly stolen by Atkins.
Liberty Eylau extended that lead by 4 now, 27-23, 42
Dylan
seconds
Hopkins, the
remaining.
inbounds. Carmody nearly trapped in the corner. Up top to Henry. Over to Hopkins on the right side. Ball stolen by Atkins to the basket. Oh, he misses the layup. Followed by Hunter. Down court to Henry. Henry into the lane. Over to Jackson. Jackson off the glass. Over 2 defenders.
Those are his first points tonight.
Atkins attempts to split 2 defenders over to Harris. Head fake back over to Atkins. Atkins for 3. Money ball. Kentrell Atkins for 3.
And that was at the buzzer.
At the buzzer, 32-25 at the half. Liberty Eylau takes the lead. This crowd's definitely into it here at the half.
That was a huge shot. And it is halftime, and we're going to have some performances by the cheerleaders and the drill team. The drill team's coming out on the court right now.
So we're going to let you guys enjoy this drill team halftime performance.
Great performance by the drill team, Pleasant Grove Showstoppers. Excited to see what they're going to be able to do in competition this year. Bring home some more hardware. And while we've got a little time, I do want to extend a special thanks to our school board members. The month of January is always School Board Appreciation Month. I definitely want to give a shout out to Fred Meisenheimer, Mark Addington, Chris Barker, Lori Sun, Ross Serene, Amy Dameron, and Kathleen Young. And definitely want to bring in the Liberty Eylau board too. Chad Turner, Travion Hodge, Scott Burt, Debbie Courtney, Brad Hall, James Keaton, and Becky Fellers. And a special thanks to Mr. James Keaton, who was the Grand Marshal in our local MLK parade. Next time you see them, give them a big thanks because it is unpaid and not many thanks come their way.
we're still at halftime here at Pleasant Grove Hawk Gymnasium. Liberty Eylau starting to put it together.
They look good. They had a strong ending of the second period and extended that lead to 7. Pleasant Grove's going to have to dip into that pretty quick into that third period, I think, just so it doesn't get out of hand.
Got a special guest joining us, Chuck Zach.
It's good to see you guys. Well, I can't believe this is really great high school atmosphere. Yeah, if you're out in town driving around, you know, it's Grove LE basketball. If it's at the Raider Dorm or if it's over here, they pack it. It is a great crowd. I love the back and forth between the two sides of the crowd, but you're right about Liberty Eylau. I'm really impressed. They keep going inside, even though they've got little or no chance to get baskets out of it, but they're drawing contact, and they're forcing foul trouble. I don't know what the foul trouble looks like for PG right now, but I'm guessing big guys are getting some fouls. Burris, I know, has got a couple. I think Jackson's got a couple. LE's got a chance if they can get those big boys out of the way late in this game.
Just attacking the paint and those guys out. I know both teams have missed quite a few free throws. I think that's going to play huge late in the game because you're missing out on a lot of easy points.
And if I'm Dwight McCowan, as I look to the postseason, that's one of those things that worries me a little bit. I got a lot of big-bodied guys who are really good defenders, but when you put them on the free throw line, that 15 feet may as well be 30 feet because for some of them, that's just a struggle. That's not where they play offensively. They're down on the block. They're not 15 feet away. You're asking them to slow down their heart rate, settle in and take 2 shots. In postseason, those are going to be game deciders. Maybe in district, but certainly in the playoffs. They're going to have to make free throws. But they missed 6 in a row at one point in the second quarter. You just can't do that.
Right.
Well, I will say the show has definitely been going a lot better without Morgan here today.
It's better looking, if nothing else.
I know he's at home watching and probably threw his phone across the room.
You know, I'm impressed with Liberty Eylau at the moment. Their ability to, I said earlier, drive in and keep going, but the pressure that PG wants to put on them has really not bothered them too much. They've had a couple of errant passes, but if they clean that up, Dwoski Davis's crew, he's got some basketball players. He's got a little inside. He's got some three-point shooters. I don't know if they've got enough size to make a run deep, but they've got some basketball skill kids. And what I like about PG is Henry. I mean, Tavondrick Henry is the basketball player on this court for both teams. He's the best player on the court. And you can just see ball in his hands. It's like watching his sister. Ball's in her hands. Everybody's good. Ball gets out of his hands. It gets a little squirrely about where that ball's going to end up. But he's maybe in the conversation of the best 2 or 3 players in town. He's that good.
I've said that on the past couple of shows that we've done, that I think he is probably the smoothest, all-around player in the area that we have here in Texarkana. And that's not to knock any of the other kids, but just being a refined player, I think he's the most refined player that we know.
Anytime that's about to happen.
You get the sense, you're right, as soon as he touches it, some kids in other sports football, they'll talk about quarterbacks see the game slow down. I think Henry sees the game around him, not one-on-one, but three or four players around him, and gets an idea that other kids at this age don't see. It's the difference between basketball player and guy playing basketball.
And I think one of the things that Pleasant Grove's probably going to have to move to is maybe letting him run that offense and have that offense run through him, because he does have such a great look for the court, and he's already made some great passes. And so we just got to be able to, finish those plays up. We've had quite a few shots inside that they have been contested, but we just haven't gone up strong enough to be able to get those points.
And one of the things I noticed LE defenders doing, and I don't know if they've seen this on tape or where Marcus Burris is in particular, they actually let him pass them and block him from behind or the side. Sometimes you'll contest. I mean, I played post inside in high school at 6'3" or 6'4", not as big as these guys, but you get the big guy, you want to try to block his shot up front. LE players know they're not going to block these guys, they're going to foul them. They almost step aside, let him go, deking them into like a defensive back or a safety. Right. Oh, that's an open spot, and then all of a sudden it's not. They've done that 4 or 5 times. They're really good. They're well coached defensively about how to deal with bigger players.
And until Marcus realizes that's what they're doing, that's probably sort of making him question, hey, why aren't they coming at me from the front?
And for him, he's almost going to have to, if I'm on the right side of the rim, use the rim and go to the left side and take that block potential away from the defender. But I don't know if he's smooth enough to do that just yet.
Moments away from the start of the second half. You want to stick around?
Well, I'll hang around with you.
We're not as refined as you when it comes to calling. But if you want to pick up the call, that's fine. We can just add in on that.
Oh, we'll go with it.
Let's go with it. Liberty Eylau with the possession. Harris up top. Down in the corner to Hampton. Hampton with a three. Mrs. Hampton has really been struggling with that three-point shot tonight. Brett Carmody avoids the trap, turns it over. Wafer to Harris, over to Atkins. Atkins short jumper misses. Out of bounds on Hunter. Hawk basketball.
It's for LE, I think. They got a chance to stretch this, and if they can't, PG's going to reel them back in. This is 3-4 minutes worth of this before that second unit comes in for PG is going to matter a lot.
Looks like Liberty Eylau's in some sort of full court press. Is that a foul called on the floor?
It was. Blocking foul. I don't have a roster in front of me. 2 for Liberty Eylau. Got hit with that one.
That was Atkins. Henry, nice pull up from the free throw line.
Going to need to see a few more of those tonight.
And there's your guy.
And I think that's something he can do pretty much every time down the court if he chose to do that. Harris over to Hampton, back to the middle of the Wafer. Wafer with the jumper. Misses, rebound Dylan Hopkins. Henry up court. Carry of the basketball.
You don't see him called very often, but when you get way under like Devondre just did, it's kind of obvious.
I think he got away with one a little bit earlier. Oh, almost a steal by Henry.
Interested in being part of the game day team? Reach out to us.
Harris to Hunter, tipped away to Burris. Henry, out of bounds. Hawk basketball, tipped away by Harris.
Had a trailing deal in there. May have been better to drop that off for him.
You know, I think Carmony's going to have an opportunity here if they'll continue to let him post.
Mark Burris
sitting outside, hit with the offensive foul. Too physical.
With a rush on the passer, that's what it looked like.
You know, losing Marcus, and I don't know again how many fouls he's got now, but you start putting either Leighton or Landon back in there. They're a little bit bigger, but not as physical inside.
Nice, easy layup for Wafer. I think Burris was hesitant to try to block it right there. Still by Harris. Back the other way.
And I think you see a little bit of Henry's still youthfulness, making a pass he shouldn't have made cross court.
Nice dish by Harris to Hunter for the easy layup. Timeout called by Coach McCown for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, that's not how Pleasant Grove needed to come out after halftime.
They got the one basket from Henry and haven't gotten another one. And they really haven't gotten a good look at a shot other than that one.
And they've just got to get it into Henry's hands more.
Yeah, they've got to go ISO with Henry, and then maybe he can dish it to Burris or one of the big men down low.
I noticed PG a little bit. I saw Liberty Eylau a little bit in the first half. They get to watching the guy with the ball sometimes. You see him really stationary, and you want to say Henry can go ISO, but Liberty Eylau's smart enough they'll come off and double, and if guys aren't moving, lanes clog up and everything just gets to a standstill. It's one of the problems with having a lot of really big guys playing. Lanes get clogged up real fast if they're not moving in and out. If you're Henry, that really hinders your chance to go to the rim.
Yeah. And it may be where Carmody needs to hit a couple from outside to make them honor that a little bit.
That, to me, is the dish off that'll get PG going again. Henry driving, kicking out, really not even kicking into Burris, but out to Carmody.
Clear the middle out.
Yeah, that shot, to me, would loosen things up a little bit.
Carmody with the inbound to Henry. Back to Carmody.
And Landon Jackson into the game for Burris now.
Over to Hopkins. Hopkins to the basket. Reverse layup. Miss. Rebound by Jackson. Tipped out of bounds. No. They called it out of bounds on Jackson.
Well, that could have been about 3 different things, including over the back on Landon. I think they were lucky to get away from that part. The ref saw him touch it last on the ball that went out.
Harris down in the corner to Atkins. Atkins head fakes, misses the jumper. Henry to Hopkins. Hopkins turns it over to Atkins. Back the other way, cross court to Hampton. Hampton cross court to Harris. Harris baseline to the basket, kicks it out to Hampton. Free throw line to Wafer. Good ball movement. I will say that. They're keeping me off balance.
And there's another of those blocks. The Hawks are going to have 10 blocks tonight, maybe 15 the way they're going. But the Leopards keep going at it, and that's what they have to do. You got to keep going at the shot blocker.
Good clean block by Phillips right there. Hampton for 3. Finally gets it to go from 3-point range.
That takes the lead to 12 with 5:01 remaining in the third.
I'm a little surprised the Leopard crowd's actually gotten quieter. I think a lot of them are at the concession stand, still hadn't gotten back in here.
I think all it's going to take is another poster dunk, and they'll be right back.
Yeah, their team's on a nice little 7-2 run to start this half in these first 3 minutes we talked about.
Hawks tried to get it low to Burris. To Phillips.
And I believe that is 3 fouls.
Who'd they call that on?
Wafer.
15.
Yeah, it's a Wafer.
Rodriguez to inbound. Over in the corner to Bradshaw.
Boy, Leopard defense all over, and they got the 3-second
3
call.
seconds in the lane.
No camping.
That goes back to you saying that they're just standing and watching.
Around. Yep.
Good job by Bradshaw to make him pick up his dribble. Drive by Harris, switches hands. Hampton up top to Atkins, backs away, down to Whiter. Atkins cross court to Harris, Harris back up to Hampton.
Yeah, traveled again. He had a couple of those in the first half.
Move those feet just a little.
Yep, step before the dribble. That actually wasn't a terrible possession for LE. They got a couple opportunities, moved the ball well, and I think the more they make the Hawks work on defense, the more those big guys, Landon and some of the other big guys that PG has, are going to struggle on the offensive end. They're winded by the time they get back down on offense.
And if they continue doing those 30 and 40 second, possessions, that's not what the Hawks need.
Yep.
Jackson was calling for the alley-oop. Oh, and he got it.
Didn't put that one on the highlight reel.
I think Sergio did that on purpose.
Top 5 play. Good defense in the corner, got just a little bit handsy. Foul called on Sergio. Whiter to inbound to Harris.
Important stretch now for LE with a Wafer out.
Harris to Henderson to Atkins. Just misses. Rebound by Jackson to Bradshaw. Up court to Henry on the right side. Cross by Henry. Oh, turnover by Henry.
Yeah, he wanted to go inside to Jackson, and a Leopard stepped in front of him, and that brought the bad pass back outside.
He didn't give up. He hustled back, got a tip to get it out of bounds to slow down the fast break. Inbound by Henderson. Knocked out of bounds by Landon Jackson.
And a fresh big in as Leighton Jackson's checking in. Phillips going out.
Ooh. Near steal by Sergio.
Well,
I thought it was a jump ball. They called the foul.
Sergio's got those hands and guts of a burglar, you know? Even saw it on the alley-oop earlier. A little bit. Most guys wouldn't try that. He's got guts of a burglar.
Hunter good on the first attempt.
Yeah, well, you know, watching the Hawks.
You're checking in for Rodriguez.
Trying to find a second scorer, I think, is really maybe one of the deficiencies. They got a lot of parts, but if Henry's not having a great scoring game, where do points come from? Yeah. And I don't know at the moment. I've seen where points are coming from them.
Misses on the second rebound by Jackson. Up to Henry on the left side. Back up top. Henry in the lane. Oh! Atkins to the goal. Nice kiss off the backboard for two. Bradshaw pushes it up court. Bounce pass to Henry. Henry to Jackson. Jackson jams it home. Cross court to Damian Henderson. Pulls the three. Misses. Out of bounds. Pleasant Grove basketball.
You know, Landon got the crowd back into this game with that dunk. Now, we'll be honest about the whole possession. He lost a possession down here. He didn't go back on defense. He gave up a basket, came back and got the snowbird dunk that got everybody back in. So giving up the basket, though, got the crowd back into this on this end. We'll see if that fuels the Hawks a little bit.
Henry down in the corner to Carmody. Carmody misses. Rebound by Harris. Just a little bit too much pressure by Angier. Henderson to Harris, down in the corner to Whiter, back up to Harris. Up top to Henderson.
Got him again, yep.
Travel on Harris.
And it actually looked like Damian Henderson had traveled. I thought he got the ball in his hands.
Yeah, we got a minute 53 left. Pleasant Grove definitely needs to cut into this lead.
They have scored 6 in this quarter so far.
Good shot by Leighton Jackson. 9-point lead.
If you're Liberty Eylau, I think you give up that shot to Leighton all day long. It's a great shot by him. He's a mid-range shooter, but you don't want him at the rim.
Nearly another travel right there by Henderson. Right. And another one. And they got him on that one. Pleasant Grove needs a basket right here.
Yeah, the way Liberty Eyelau has been moving the ball around, Pleasant Grove's probably only going to get one more possession after this one this quarter.
3-point basket. Money ball. Agier.
Wow, big hit right there.
They needed that. 6-point ball game. Down in the corner to Hampton. Oh, Hampton answers right back. 3 points.
You can say easily, I got you.
That's the first one he's made tonight. But it was big.
Jackson strong to the basket. Foul by Hunter. How many fouls is that on Hunter?
That's at least 3.
That's Crabtree again. we'll see if Landon can make him pay. He struggled at the line earlier. There you go.
Over the back on Leighton Jackson.
You know, if I'm a team in this region and I'm watching this, if Landon ends up on the court late in the game, I'm hack a Jack instead of hack a Shaq. I'm hacking him to put him on the line. Whoa! A little much on the throw. All right, Hawks got 21 seconds and one probably last possession of this quarter.
Down in the corner to Jackson. Another travel.
Well, whatever it is, it's going around because they all got it.
Harris over to Atkins. Atkins to Hunter. Foul called. Atkins has been off a little bit tonight.
That's 6 fouls on the Hawks now.
Deep three-pointer.
Oh.
Just misses.
That would have been brutal.
This is the fourth and final quarter. Brought to you by State Bank, Texarkana Emergency Center, Winston Water Cooler, Retreat Healthcare Services, Beauty Bar, Texarkana Funeral Home, Lanyap, Express Personnel, Tony Langford Roofing, and Cal Williams Motor Company.
Definitely going to need to have an early run on some points here just to try to get the Hawks back into this game. You know, Liberty Eylau's got the ability to be able to pass the ball around where they're just going to eat those seconds up.
If you're looking for authentic Cajun-style meats prepared and ready to cook and take home, look no further than Lanyap Specialty Meats. We here at Lanyap Specialty Meats select nothing but premium meats, and we season it to perfection so that you'll have all of Acadiana flavor here in your own home. Come by Lanyap Specialty Meats for all your tailgating needs for this football season or hunting season. Remember, Lanyap Specialty Meats.
Lanyap's is an official sponsor and proud supporter of Texarkana Game Day.
Start on the bench.
9-point lead this quarter right here will determine who wants it all. Henry over down low to Phillips. Phillips turnaround, misses, rebound. Hampton to Harris.
And
reaching foul.
That's actually his third foul.
It's bonus the rest of the way for the Leopards. 7 fouls on the Hawks now, so Liberty Eylau can win or lose this game on the free throw line.
Rebound by Burris. Henry with the nice crossover over in the corner to Carmody. Misses. Out of bounds on Torrey Phillips.
So that's a couple of possessions now. You can just see there's not much size out there for LA. There are a lot of rebound possibilities for PG right now.
I think they're going to let them catch their breath and probably get them in the last 5 minutes or so to try to seal the victory. Atkins down to Hunter. Cross court to Hampton. Hampton head fakes. Back up top to Harris. Over to Shepard.
Look out, Henry open floor. Yep. It's a good foul.
I thought that was close to being a jump ball right there.
Yeah, he got him on the arm, and Henry's going to beat him. He's going to go to the rim and get the points. He didn't get a chance to get the ball up on the rim and have a three-point play, so it's a good foul for LE, but they got to do a better job on the offensive end. That was not a good possession for them.
Henry leaves it short. Makes the second. Harris to Shepard. Quick down court to Atkins. Atkins pulls the shot. Misses. Foul called.
Yep.
That shot put Henry into double digits for the night.
Shooting 2. Kentrell Atkins.
You made that foul. You had the foul.
Maybe it's time for seniors to make free throws. They missed a 1-and-1 last time, and we're missing here.
Henderson in for Shepard. Jackson in for Burris. Second shot for Atkins. Makes the second. Henderson head fakes, misses the layup. Back the other way. Henry lost control. Jackson tried to save it. Hampton back the other way to Atkins. Atkins down in the corner to Harris. Back up to Atkins. Head fake into the lane. Nice floater.
That put him into double digits for the night.
Stretch the lead back up to 11 points with 6 minutes remaining. Torrey Phillips floater. Short. Out of bounds on Phillips.
The Hawks just look out of sorts. You know, you feel like a rhythm to a game. I don't feel a good rhythm right now from them. A little uncertain on who's to take shots for them.
Landon Mayes should have let that one go.
Jackson attempted to save it.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right?
5 minutes and 38 seconds remains in the fourth period.
Over to Damian Henderson. Liberty Eylau slowing it down just a bit.
Yeah, work the clock.
Rebound Phillips. Over to Carmody.
Yeah, here's Wafer hopping up. 5 minutes will come into the clock, and Wafer's at the table.
Outside shot, Henry misses. Rebounded by Hunter.
Yeah.
Foul on the screen by Damian Henderson. Wafer back into the ball game to give them a little bit more size down low.
You know, the Hawks have gotten this score down to, 6 is the closest they've gotten here in the second half. Down 7 at halftime. They got it to 6. They're back down 11 now.
Strong move by Hopkins. Pleasant Grove's going to need a lot more of that to get back into it.
That's a good move by Hopkins.
And those are his first points of the night.
Oh. Well, it looked like Wafer lost that going up, and he got bailed out, it looked like.
Is he shooting 2?
Yeah, Leighton Jackson with the foul.
Shooting 2. Good on the first attempt.
Wafer had a highlight dunk in the first half. That got everybody in here going.
Two for 2. It's a good job by Wafer to sit on the bench for 2 or 3 minutes and come in and make 2 crucial free throws.
He was.
50-39. Missed by Jackson. Good pass. Wafer hesitation. Misses. Out of bounds on Hunter.
And I'll still go back to how young Liberty Eylau is, too. This is going to be a good-looking team over the next couple of years.
I will say this has been a good rivalry game for 2 hometown teams here in Texarkana. Good turnout for both sides.
All right, Hawks' turn to try to earn it at the line. Everybody's shooting free throws from now on. Next one on the Hawks will put the Leopards in the double bonus, so it's 2 free throws instead of just 1 and 1.
Good shot by Carmody. Timeout, Pleasant Grove.
Liberty Eylau leads 50-40 with 3:52 remaining. I think Liberty Eilau's passing the ball around will end up taking away a couple of possessions.
It's still a little bit of time left, but it's going to take some outside shooting, some +1s, you think, perhaps to get us back into it?
Henry's gotten the first,
back into it.
First basket of the second half Henry scored. I don't believe he scored another one other than a free throw in this half. This better be Henry time for the last 3:52 if the Hawks are going to make up this ground.
Yeah.
And I know he's just a junior, but sometimes you got to be the guy. You know, you got to take over a game and say, now I've got to go. I've got to go now. And I think this is it. This is one of those times he's got to prove this team's going to go far. It's going to be on his shoulders. He's got to be the guy. You got to be a little selfish sometime.
Maybe a little bit of a tall feat because Liberty Eilau's been playing pretty good all night.
And it may be, one of his teammates sort of tapping him on the shoulder, telling him, hey, it's all you.
It's
We got
time.
you.
Yeah. I like what Hopkins did the last possession, went strong to the basket. They've been settling. They've been settling for either, Jackson's attempt to catch and throw up shots, which are just so low percentage, or they're settling for mid-range shots. They haven't really shot threes, and they haven't really driven to the basket. I like what Hopkins did.
Sam Bradshaw checking into the game for Brett Carmody. Pleasant Grove looking to apply a little bit of pressure with a full court press. Near steal.
Yeah, this careless ball handling by Liberty Eylau.
Good strong move by Jackson.
That's his game. Catch, get settled, and go up. Not catch in midair.
Good moves by Harris to get him across court. Back up top to Hunter. And back over to Harris. Foul by Henry.
And that's his first one, so he's got a few more to give.
Well,
Eylau's not in a hurry to try to put up a shot either, so that's good on their part.
And I don't know that Henry actually got him. He took a wave at him, and I think the refs heard from the sideline Coach McCowan yelling for foul, 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 and they gave the foul that time.
Good free throw by Harris. Miss on the second rebound by Jackson over to Henry. Hopkins down low to Burris. Burris, another travel. I think that was the case that he pulled the seat out from up under.
Yeah, and Burris committed he was going to spin and take another step in. And you're right, once the defender backed off just a little bit, no resistance, feet started going with 4 ball.
Atkins cross court, all the way to the basket. Kicks it over to Hampton. Hampton, pump, lays it in. Great job by Hampton right there to finish. And that's the thing that Liberty Eylau's been doing consistently all night, is when Pleasant Grove seems to get a little bit of momentum, they steal it right back with great play.
Yep. Turnovers, that turnover by Burris down there really took a lot of steam, I think, out of PG's comeback chance here.
Good at the line for Hampton. Liberty Eylau with a little bit of a press.
You know, Hampton hit that big 3.
Henry to the basket. Nice move by Henry.
There you go.
Is that a foul call?
I don't know what we got.
Trying to figure out, or possession arrow.
Well, they gave him credit for the basket. I'm not sure exactly what the call was, unless
inbound by Liberty Eylau.
Maybe a Hawk hit the ball after it came out of the hoop.
Great job by the Leopards to get it across court again.
Wow.
Basket by Henry. Stolen again by Henry. Missed by Henry. Foul by Hopkins.
That's Dylan's first foul tonight.
Yeah, Leopard's got a little bit rattled right there, making some silly passes, and Landon Jackson all of a sudden popped to life. Good defensive move down here, almost got called with a push-off, bringing the ball down the court, but smart enough, gave the ball off to the ball handler, and Henry let him go and finish it off and get the basket.
Yeah, had they scored that possession, it would have made this game very interesting.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I expect Wafer to make these free throws right here. He did a good job on the last time at the free throw line. And he misses.
Boy, you did the ole on that one, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I set him up.
Is he going to make this one too?
He's going to make this one.
He's got a weird little pre-shot behind the back and bring it around. Well, you know, we started at halftime, 7-point margin. We've got 2:15 left to go, 8-point margin. It's been a pretty consistent half.
Yeah.
And I said earlier, this game's going to be decided at the free throw line. Liberty Eylau can keep making them. PG can't catch them. Liberty Eylau blows a couple of these. Hawks get a chance. 1 3-pointer makes this a whole crazy different atmosphere.
Yeah. I'd like to see 2 3-pointers, though.
2 3-pointers and 2 missed free throws down here? That would work?
I'll take it.
You're only down 1 then.
Definitely want to commend the community. We've had a great crowd for this game
You're
tonight.
not kidding. Both sides of the city in here. And of course, we had a pretty good girls game in the first game.
Great girls game. Great girls game.
I said on our show today, February 11th is the day you want to circle when Paris comes into PG. Yeah. They kind of humbled the Hawks last week in their place. I want to see them back here, though. Different set of referees in Lamar County than there are in Bowie County.
So that sometimes does make a difference in Lamar County?
I'm not going to say yes. I'm just not going to say no.
I may have mentioned that in the girls' game a little bit. It's always tough to come out of Lamar County with as many fouls as you tend to get there.
Trap by Liberty Eylau.
Timeout. Very smart play.
Yeah,
good job on the trap by Liberty Eylau to not foul.
2:04 remains. Liberty Eylau leads 55-47. PG could have a good possession here. That'd get it back to a 5-point game. 3-point play.
Yeah, and that timeout leaves the Hawks with 1. So that, you didn't lose the possession, which you had to have, but it really only lets you stop the clock one more time now with this 2 minutes to go. Liberty Eylau gets to dictate pace. You can't slow it down, call plays. Oh, and actually they flipped it now last time out.
Before we wrap up here, let's give another thanks to our sponsors. Without our sponsors, none of this is possible. Cal Williams Motor Company, Express Personnel, Texarkana Funeral Home, Lanyap, Tony Langford Roofing, Beauty Bar, Retreat Healthcare Services, Winston Water Cooler, Texarkana Emergency Center, and State Bank, home of Texarkana's newest city council member. Henry down low to Phillips. Strong move. Traveled. Good defense by Hunter to just stand there and go straight up.
They're going to go offensive defensive substitutions now. Dwight McCowan he got Landon back in here on the defensive side.
Kickball.
Minute 50 remaining. 55-47, Liberty Eylau leads.
Nice cross by Harris, just a little bit too strong.
That kind of possession is what makes coaches gray, or in Dwoski's case, bald. You got everything going right, and the pass just a little too much on it. Instead of taking care of it, you give the ball right back over again. You go like, well, all we do is make a pass.
Just a little bit too strong on that pass.
Well, Liberty Eilau's defense has definitely been a tale of tonight. I mean, they've been able to do very well on the defensive end.
You're a Mavericks fan, just got a final. They lost to the Rockets, 128-121. Back to offensive defense as PG gets Phillips back in and Jackson out.
Down in the corner to Carmody. Deep three just misses.
Wow, that's a interesting foul call that time on LE.
I actually thought they were calling that on Phillips.
I thought so too. Fans don't like it.
And like you said earlier, LE fans definitely showed up here tonight.
I tell you what, watch Burris on this rebound. I have a feeling if they miss this, he's going to get this offensive rebound. Oh, he was right there. He had made a great move to get around the man inside of him. He had Crabtree there.
I'm thinking the fouls have got to start happening.
Good job by Liberty Eylau to protect the ball.
Keep away time. Who are you going to foul? Hawks got to foul somebody. They can't let him play catch for 30 seconds like this.
Are they in the bonus?
Finally, they yell foul. Oh, yeah, it's double bonus, but they got to foul him. Finally. Boy, 25, 30 seconds went off the clock before they finally committed to the foul they had to commit.
LE got a little chant going on.
I think the Leopards just took over Hawk Gym.
I think they were smelling blood.
Yeah, Hawk fans are heading to the exit, some of them already. But again, this is about free throws. This is not over by any stretch. A 7-point game. You miss free throws. Problem for PG is they just don't have timeouts to set things up.
Made the second.
Got about 50 seconds left.
Nice move by Phillips. Oh, nice split.
And that's the foul they had to have the last possession really quick. You'll trade 1 for 2 for a while, and the Leopards will be okay with that. If they start making 2, you don't gain any ground.
Good job by Atkins to split those two defenders and not allow himself to get trapped in the corner.
Well, I'm already excited about the game that will be at the Raider Dome.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Makes the first one. 41 seconds remaining, 57-50. Liberty Eylau. Henry step back pull up.
There it is.
3-pointer by Henry.
They're a possession late on it, but that's quick foul, no time off the clock.
Five-point lead, 32 seconds remaining.
Leopards can make 2. They make this a 3-possession game. Otherwise, it stays 2, and that's very much still within reason for PG. Wow. That's, you know what just happened? Number 2 just got a target on his back for the rest of this game. He's going to get fouled every time LE touches the ball. That was a bad miss. All right, so still 2 possession.
Dunk by Landon Jackson.
And that
off of the dish by Henry.
Digits.
4-point ball game, 20 seconds remaining.
So we still have a 2-possession game. Even if the Leopards hit them both, Hawks still have the ball with a chance to get this thing back down.
May need to call a timeout just for the Pleasant Grove fans to come back out from the parking lot and come back in here and watch the game.
The Kirk Gibson. We're going to have the Kirk Gibson moment going on.
Liberty Eylau leads 59-55 with 20 seconds to go, and they are on the foul line.
Jay, tell us about State Fair tomorrow real quick before we wrap it up.
Well, it's actually going to be from 3 to 5, and excited to have the community come out. Going to have the coaches, football players, showstoppers, cheerleaders, the band. Players going to be there to sign autographs. There's going to be things for the kids to play, bounce houses, face painting. Really going to be a great time. Probably the last time that we're truly going to be able to celebrate as a community the state championship that our football team won this year. So excited to have that, to do tomorrow.
Supposed to be really great weather tomorrow.
And
You're in town?
and it's going to be at Hawk Stadium, so there's plenty of room. Come on out.
If you're in town looking for something to do, come out and celebrate the state championship for the Pleasant Grove Hawks tomorrow, 3 to 5 p.m.
Told you, this is going to come down to free throws. Leopards blow another one to the front end.
Let's see if Honor can get the second half. Misses
Get ready,
both.
because it's about to happen again, too.
Trapped by Liberty Eylau. Over to Carmody. Carmody, three-pointer. He hits it. 10.4 seconds remaining. The clock is...
Wow.
58-59, 5.5 seconds. These free throws.
Even if he makes the two, it's a one-possession game.
Now the question becomes for Dowaski Davis, if he makes the two, do you foul immediately on the inbound so the Hawks can't get up a three-point shot? Problem is, Burris is a really good rebounder. If you miss the free throw, they get a chance to get it back again.
Makes the first. Good job by Harris. No pressure, says Harris.
Yeah, no pressure.
No pressure, says Harris.
Had a little pressure.
Henry down. Three-pointer, Sam Bradshaw. Oh, he just misses it. Just misses it at the buzzer.
What a great game.
Great game by both schools. Great job for Liberty Eylau to hang in there and fight. Great job by Pleasant Grove to fight back.
The Raider Dome is going to be the place to be when they match up at the end of district.
And I tell you what, you got a good lesson about just because you got a 10-point lead with about 2 minutes to play doesn't mean anything if you can't make free throws. And Ellie almost gave this game away, missing 4 or 5 big free throws down the last minute or so, and gave the Hawks very quick basket, foul, make them go down and shoot again. Basket, foul, make them go down again.
What's always good about these games is after the game, you see all the players shake hands, give hugs. So that's definitely good to see. For Chuck Zach, go ahead. You got something?
No, it was a hard-fought game, but they were clean. They weren't dirty at all in this, and sometimes you worry about that inner city thing. It was a really well-played basketball game. Maybe turnover shots, but they were competitive but clean playing, and that's what you look for when they play each other.
Absolutely.
For Chuck Zach, Councilman Jay Davis, I'm Craig Jenkins. This is Texarkana Game Day from Pleasant Grove Hawk Gymnasium, and we are out of here.